They don't know the deeper reality of what fucking really is and what's really going on. You know what I mean? They're lost. They're lost chasing ideals that in many instances don't even exist no more. Because the motherfuckers that are supposed to be pushing them ideals to keep alive have betrayed them. They betrayed the ideals. And they don't want, and the other motherfuckers don't want to believe it, don't want to hear it. They turn their heads away because it'll destroy their whole world, their whole vision of everything. What they don't understand is they individually, don't be following a leader. They individually have to keep the ideals alive themselves, each individual. Otherwise, you're going to be following shit down the road. You're going to find out it's a fucking traitor. You're just betraying everything. So, and then you know what happens? They get all disenchanted and fucked up. Then they walk away from their own people and join some other racial fucking gang or something like that because they feel betrayed and all that. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens.
I mean,
bottom line is, you got to have them. Let them know. Listen, you may have some motherfuckers that you're following, but you got to make sure that they uphold the ideals and everything that you're standing on, and you've got to uphold the ideals yourself. Sometimes you got to take down the king, man. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's true, man. And but I'm not in the.
Ain't no real but. Ain't no but. I understand your point of view.
Yeah, I'm not in the position to do that.
Believe me, I get it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't got.
I'm on a different fucking path. Talking about with the motherfucking gods up in Mount Olympus.
Yeah, you have.
You know, I've been right there with them, Tony, right there with them. And when they start portraying the rules of Mount Olympus, I'm gonna call them on it. That's all there is to it.
Okay, so without saying names, right? There is a certain person we talked about who's been deemed, right, for certain things they did, and
right.
So it's similar to what you're talking about, right?
No, I don't know. Listen, I don't know that he's done anything wrong.
Technically,
that's why I said to you, what is he actually doing? Is he exposing things? Is he putting people in harm's way? Is he doing that? If he is not, and if he's just putting stuff out there and representing his own interests and fighting for his own interests and trying to get his perspective out so his adversaries, meaning the government, aren't the only ones to get their perspective out and demonizing him to the public who are going to be the motherfuckers trying him. If he isn't doing anything, if he's just putting his shit out, saying this is how buckets and that, blah, 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 whatever, then he's not doing anything wrong. In fact, other people could take a cue from that.
So
to understand that, listen, the only
no, real quick, because I asked about this last night, and apparently I haven't seen all the videos. There have been some deleted videos that were deleted for a reason, was not given. You know, that could be to fit their agenda, but it could be true. You know what I mean? It's a wobbler. So I did ask about it.
Who deleted the videos?
It would have been his wife on his behalf.
Can she delete them? I mean, once they're out there?
Yeah. So you can take any video off YouTube down. You can delete them for permanent, or you could just make them private to where the masses can't see them. So I apparently I haven't seen these videos.
Maybe she was being threatened.
It's possible, man. It's possible.
Yeah, maybe she was threatening Coles. Maybe he wasn't doing anything wrong, but they were threatening her.
True.
And they had a conversation. She said, "I'm gonna take these down," or she just took them down herself because she's being threatened. What are your skill sets? You just living in a little cage, walking around a little gang, you know, wearing your hank. You know why you want to fucking say nothing about it like it's a secret organization, but it's blasted all over your forehead and body.
Yeah.
They're running around like a fucking billboard. That's what they're tracking you with because you blasted it all over your ass. And now you're claiming it's secret. You can't put nothing out on it, but you're the fucking billboard on it. You're the advertisement down to, man.
The government.
What are you really about? What are your skill sets? And what are your fighting abilities? Really fighting abilities. And I talk about a fist fight, a knife fight, or a gunfight. That's the lowest level of the battlefield.
Intelligence,
the real fields are in the mind, man.
Yeah.
Political spheres, all because that's what they use to destroy you.
And you're right, man. And like I said,
that's the truth.
I haven't seen everything.
Check this out. Everything, even
so this channel had 20 something videos. Right now they're down to 11. So they were taken down for a reason, correct? So you know what I mean? I didn't see every single one of them. And
but you don't know. Listen,
I don't know.
Assumptions that you don't know anything about.
Yeah,
you're saying videos were taken down, and you're putting negative connotations on. You don't even know why they were taken down.
That's true, right?
I don't try to prognosticate the reasonings why and all that. You'll never know until you actually talk to the players. But the bottom line is, I get all that. I don't have to protect anyone.
Okay.
I don't have to protect anyone. I'm free. I do what the fuck I want. I can set it up. The motherfucker don't like it. You'll get over it. You'll fucking get over it. That's all there's to it. And if not, I'll see you down the road, Zach. I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. I will see you down the road. That's just how it is. So, but the bottom, straight up.
No, I know.
What they think they think that'd be the first real. They're gonna wake up and smell the fucking coffee.
Well,
so the thing is I get back to my original positions. And this thing is something to fucking Barry about a long time ago. A few other guys, especially Barry. Barry would do things like this. Like I told him, listen, bro, we're outlaws, so there's only so much we can say. And we have to say it in such a way where we're not going to hurt anybody, hurt ourselves, or hurt anybody else. But you got to be able to get yourself. So the warden comes by one day and Barry tells him, well, I'm an outlaw. I really can't talk to you about much. But he's really not qualified to do this stuff. Some people are qualified to get up in certain arenas. Some people do law. Other ones don't know shit about law. Some people can get up in front of a camera. Other ones freeze up. They get their camera shot. They get motherfucking stage fright. Yep. Or they can't talk, or they don't know how to talk. So you don't want them as your PIOs, your public information officers. You sure don't want them as that. Mm-hmm. Other ones that don't know how to interact with the politicians that are making laws that need some other insight. So the laws they're making aren't going to destroy you and your families and your people. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different things, a lot of battlefields. So you got to have the ones that are qualified up in those fucking arenas fighting. And me personally, I developed my fucking shit. I function in all arenas. Yeah. At the lowest level, running and gunning, political, news media, courtrooms, spiritual realms, all of it. I do it all. I'm holistic. I'm what's called an Aryan. The Aryans, the artists, the Arhats, are the holistically developed ones. The nobility. We're what's called in Black Math Rajas Kshatriyas. Rajas, the royals, the god kings. Kshatriyas are the warriors, the soldiers. We're the god king warriors, the soldiers. Our spiritual path set. And then, you got governments or this, that, one turn. I don't give a fuck the government. I give a fuck what
I'm with you on that one.
This shit into. There's a little fucking whacked up synthetic reality field. They're trying to play everybody against each other. I ain't with that shit.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Wanna come back real quick?
Yeah, I'll call you back. Just hang up. Okay.
Correctional facility. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept this free call, press 1. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hey.
Yeah, so yesterday, I walked for about an hour, so 5 minutes anyhow, it's just sun. I'm just walking fast. I probably walked about 6-8 miles. But
damn.
The fucking couple of friends of mine, Sobranios, slash pies, there's all that. Say, hey, bro, you want to take some flicks for us? Or just get some guy? I told no. And this is why. And I explained why, right? And so I'm really not interested in doing that. I told him, man, when we're out down the road somewhere else, we can take some flicks. But
Okay.
you know, I've had photographs taken of me in the shoe in
ADX.
arguably the most secure facility in this United States. It's the only acknowledged black site on U.S. soil in the shoe. And the only thing deeper than that is the SAM cells. And those photos have turned up on the internet. How the fuck did that happen?
Leaked.
Yeah, they copied on that. So this is what I'm saying. They retain negatives. They retain, well, they're using digital cameras, so they retain the original photograph in the digital camera on their discs or thumb drives, whatever, of every photo they take. And I guarantee you they share that. They'll send it to, you know, Homeland Security, FBI, National Counterterrorism Unit, everything. You know, I'm just not going to help. So,
Okay. But when we do these videos in the future, like the video calls, they're probably going to do that shit,
no,
you know?
I get all that. We don't even got to talk about that. I
Okay.
get all that.
So
So,
going back to what we were talking about, right? We'll put out stuff without saying names of current shit. You know, I was told don't put anything out that's not common knowledge or historical fact, right? But
yeah, don't do anything that's going to hurt anybody.
yeah, exactly. So with this
Yeah, so,
this I don't even know how to play it because it hasn't been they haven't dealt with it before, right? Well, I guess maybe they have.
cool.
The brand with people talking to the media or taking the media in their own hands.
I did it. ADX, I went on all the fellows. I'm doing it. And that ain't the first time. I did it at Marion.
Oh wow.
Right there in the cell blocks of motherfuckers. And
Really?
they know I'm doing it. And I'm going out and doing it. And I'm telling them I'm doing it.
Does being a commissioner play a role in that though?
Well, probably. And the other thing is, even if I wasn't a commissioner, I mean, the bottom line is listen, I'm doing what I know to be right. And just because you're afraid to do it or you're not qualified to do it or you got some old shit stuck in your head somewhere that keeps you from growing and developing new skill sets and all that, that's your problem. You need to fucking grow. I told you before, there was one of the fellows from California that was in the fucking control unit with me in Marion, and he needed to file on an important matter, just do a grievance. But their shit, check this out. Their shit was from back in them days. You can't even file a grievance because if you do, a grievance is telling. You understand?
Yeah.
So check out how they're getting chopped in their asses. They're getting harassed, number one, by the government. They can't even file a grievance or say anything about it to correct it. They just got to keep taking that pipe up their because they've been mind fucked. They've been mind fucked in their head into thinking that if you try to fight it and expose it and change it, you're a fucking rat. You understand?
Yeah.
So the guy comes to me, says, hey, brother, I know you do law and all that. Man, would you help me? Would you file this grievance in your name? Okay, so if it's being a rat, you want me to be a rat. You ain't got the nuts to stand up, fight and shit.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
No, that's exactly what he said. So I said, don't worry, brother, I got it. Listen, I fight on all levels. I do law, I do grievances, I do political shit, media shit, courtroom shit, and I do gun fights. I do all of that. And if you ain't doing all of it, you're half-stepping, man. You're hamstringing yourself. And your enemies are going to use one of them motherfucking tool sets against you and destroy you.
And
that's just how it is.
That's why
destroy you.
I personally think the blacks had an upper hand about fighting their cases and stuff because there was no gag order on the shit that goes beyond the walls, man. As long as you don't implicate anyone, tell your story, tell the stories or whatever, you know?
This is what, when a guy was telling me about the dude that took over the Philly mob.
Joey Merlino?
Supposedly, he's still motherfucking active and all that. And they're saying, what if, because another guy on the East Coast was asking me some questions about it.
Yeah, he did. He did interviews.
John Gotti, all this kind of stuff, and then asked me about this dude. And I told him, listen, man, all it is another form of entertainment. As long as he's not doing anything that's going to hurt people, harm anyone, then hey, man, it's just some more entertainment.
Yeah.
It's and you can characterize the shit that's going down because the government or your adversaries, whoever they are they're your adversaries. So they're going to characterize it in the worst possible context that they possibly can to demonize you. So you got to take some of the onus off that shit. You got to show them these just motherfucking people, man, doing what they're doing. This is their life. They're caught up in this, in the motherfucking world, blah, 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 doing whatever. But you don't do anything that's going to hurt people. That's all. Don't hurt motherfuckers.
So, speaking on Joey, right?
No harm, no foul.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. But I think they got a lot of these things from the MA. But let's put that on hold for a second. They were asking, you ever come across Joey Merlino's dad? I forgot his first name, or like Sonny Franzese or Michael Franzese.
No.
Because Michael,
maybe not. I don't know.
So
I know Mike's all over everything.
Yeah.
I already know.
Okay, so I was going to ask you.
Stuff,
yeah, I was going to say.
I've seen him all over stuff.
So his dad.
Well, he's walking around in public. If it was such a foul, he would have got tapped.
But
ain't nobody fucking with him.
There's a difference, man, because the the Italian mob, I hate to say it, but they are no longer a factor, no matter what coast you're on. But the brand still is, especially on the West Coast.
Maybe the brand needs to expand its motherfucking toolbox a little bit.
Yeah, well, but at the end of the day, I was told just don't put out shit that, like you said, that's gonna hurt.
Nobody.
Yeah, basically the same thing.
It's real simple.
Yeah.
Do not hurt anybody.
No, basically the same thing.
And if you're gonna do analysis and shit, put shit out, historical stuff and all that, you analyze it. You say what you're doing and what you're saying, and the people who talk. Listen, I'm an expert on the brand. I was top of the fucking national, not just California. I'm at the top of the national, the whole country commission. I'm an expert on all that. Play roles in all the different fucking levels of it. And the bottom line is, I can talk about it, and I will. I'm going to call a spade a spade. If a motherfucker's, if he fucked up, and especially if he's doing it with premeditation. That's why I said, if somebody's doing, I don't care who you are, if you're in violation and you're doing it in premeditation, and you're doing shit that's out of line, and you're doing shit that's going to hurt people, hurt brothers, you're deliberately trying to get them whacked, or you are getting them whacked, and it's based on, shady shit. Hey, you're no good. You ain't no good brother no more.
So
you ain't no good member of any motherfucking organization no more.
That jogs my memory.
You just turned into your own little trip, and you're a fucking traitor.
So that jogs my memory, real quick, about who we're not going to name, right? Before they were even deemed. So maybe that's where it comes from. You know what I mean? He was making videos on other people before a decision was made.
Well, that may be it. That
That
may
might
be
be
it.
it.
See, because here's the thing: if you're making a video and you're mentioning people that are now in the witness protection program or are in the ground, they're dead. You can't hurt a dead man.
Yeah, they're not. They weren't at the time.
As long, hey, listen, as long as you're not saying things about a dead motherfucker that they can connect to living people
Mm-hmm.
or living situations. That's the difference. If you're just talking about something that's isolated to a body that's in the ground and it can't go any further than it, you can't hurt a dead man.
Yeah.
Are they going to dig him up, try his bones, beat on his bones, something that ain't going to happen. But if there's any way they could take it, twist it, whatever, and tie it into living people or living situations or living organizations and get into complicity or conspiratorial things or whatever, then don't do it.
So
Because you're going to hurt people.
that's where I said
people.
it jogged my memory because the dude said those names, right? And this is before. This is right when the indictment came down. This is before they made their decision, as far as we know, right? So, but he kept.
So we ain't on the inside of that. We don't know what else
Yeah.
is going on.
Okay.
And we don't know what was going on before they made whatever decision they made to take whatever, make whatever moves they're going to move, do whatever. The thing is so we don't really know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not judging anybody on that because I'm not in the inside. I'm not on the inside track knowing all the particulars of what the fuck's going on. That's all I can say.
So I can say that. Remember, I told you Burhop was made because of his, his connections and all that shit.
Right, all of that. Right.
So he was made for all the wrong reasons, but people can figure it out if they do enough research.
And they should have just had him affiliated.
Yeah.
So we had a conversation before. It's real simple. You pull somebody in, he's an asset, he's protected, he's, for all practical purposes, he's one of yours. He's just not a made man of that organization. That doesn't mean down the road somewhere he couldn't be done that. But at that time, he's not. So you don't actually put that stamp on him saying, he's actually that. For, reasons that, are just business reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, so.
But
who knows? I don't know why they did all that. I don't know why, unless they wanted to make sure they stand down and that they're saying, okay, now you're with us, so you can't deal with anybody else. You got to deal solely with us in this organization because you're part of this organization now.
From my knowledge, that's what it was.
Well, then, I'm not even going to judge that. I mean, listen, they're doing what they're doing. They're trying to upgrade, and part of the upgrading is what he's bringing to the table is what he's bringing to the table.
It was a lot. It was substantial.
Yeah. So hey, I get it. And that's what I told Barry a long time ago, back in the 80s. So listen, man, you got to get past this shit, motherfuckers just can't get killed. That's the old stuff from the 60s, early 70s on the battlefields. Now you're into other things. Guys still got to be able to hold their ground, do what the fuck they got to do. But the bottom line is they got to bring up the skill sets to the game. Businessmen, banking, pilots, all kinds of stuff like that. You got to expand.
A military doesn't just have fucking grunts. They got airline pilots. They got fighter pilots. They got drone pilots now. They got tank fighters and tank controllers and all that shit. They got generals. They got sergeants. They have different things. It's not just made up.
Not just even that's one analogy on military, but it's not military. It's an organization. It's a sociological organization. You are basically your own little society. And you've got to be able to function on all the levels. You know, you got to have your own political people that are pushing political agendas, pushing policy and regulations and the reasons why. You got to have banking people. You got to have your soldiers. You got to have your own police force. People don't like that service. You got to police your own. If you don't police your own and keep in check, the shit's going to run off the fucking rails. And those idiots are going to get you in a wreck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all there is to it. I mean, you're like a small social system, and all the components that go into a social system, that's what's in your organization. It's just that part of your organization is criminal. That's all there is to it.
And so, do you know Popeye's history from P9?
I know he was one of the guys that were the founders and stuff like that. I think I ran into him in Tracy and K-Wing in 2003.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I think he was out there because his name was Papa. He was down below me. I was on the third tier.
His last name was Mazza. Donald Mazza was his name.
No, I know his name.
Okay.
I know his name, but he didn't tell me. He just Popeye, and he sent photos of his skin photos. You know, the Doc Martens, red laces, the suspenders, red suspenders, the whole trip, right?
Yeah.
The pictures of the soldiers, and his name's Popeye.
Yeah.
And you should introduce him to me, wrote a cut, hey, respect, blah, 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 and all this and that. So, it was probably him.
I don't know of another Popeye.
I hear there's another Popeye too that they claim is running OC right now. So I don't know.
That's I would have to ask, but even that, you know, if it's current, I wouldn't even, you know what I mean, put it out there.
Yeah.
But,
So bottom line is that's not your business anyhow.
yeah.
Yeah. Bottom line is, hey, you got all these secondary flags. My position's the same. Your first flag is your white skin.
Yeah.
And all these secondary flags, I respect them on one hand because people are planting their flags and standing their ground, so I respect that. But in a deeper level, they have to understand secondary flags can become divisive